Hi, it's Jim in Beaverton, Oregon, and today I'm going to show you how to drill a hole in a fiberglass tank and put in a Bell Siphon. So the reason I'm doing this tank I have right here, yesterday or the day before it looked like this tank here, and I was using it as a floating bed / aquarium with a drain like this drain here out over to the top. But it's become clear that what I really need is more growing space, so I'm switching it to a flood and drain bed like this that has a Bell Siphon in there. You can see water is coming up in the siphon. It comes up to an inch under here and then it drains about every 15 minutes. So we're switching from this to this. We've eliminated this. The incoming water is the same. So what we need to do is put a Bell Siphon in here. Now we're going to put our Bell Siphon in the middle of this one because we want to do a different kind of deal where we have pots with soil in them above ground, so the plants can have a kind of a hybrid aquaponics where we can put fertilizer above ground and they still have the benefits below ground. So it's kind of experimental, but anyhow, I need to have the hole in the middle. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to drill a hole. We're going to put this 1-inch bulkhead fitting. Important thing to remember, the gasket goes on the water side. It's going to go through the hole. So this is going to go on it. And then in that, we're going to screw the siphon part of the Bell Siphon. And what this is we have gone from 1-inch thread, we're necking down to 3/4 of an inch because it makes the siphon work better. And then we're going up to a 1-inch hole on the top of it, which also makes the siphon work better, excuse me. So that's going to go in there and then we'll go from there. So let's get started. The scariest part first, we're going to drill this really expensive fiberglass tank. This is a 1 7/8 inch one-piece hole saw. I like to buy them in one piece. That's all there is to it. We're going to just do it. One thing about fiberglass is it's pretty easy to work with. Here we go. That was it. Tell me that's not great. There's nothing better than fiberglass. Anyhow, hole's in there. Now, we're going to use this. Oh, I love this. Use the hole for the. I'll ream that out a little bit. Now, once again, gasket inside the tank. Now I'm going to come out of the bottom of this with a threaded 90 and go over and back into the tank behind me, but that's not something that you really need to see. We'll tighten it down a little bit. Not too much. If it should decide to leak, you can always go back and tighten it down a little more. Now, if I was doing this on the outside, I would thread this with Teflon. On the inside of the tank, I'm not as concerned with it leaking. Plastic to plastic. This is set at 8.5 inch. This piece here is 8.5 inches, or to here, depth. So when the water comes in here, it's going to go right to that point there. It's going to initiate a siphon and it's going to blow down to about here somewhere. And that's what does that. Now, in order to help that get its siphon, this is the bell portion of the Bell Siphon. All it is a piece of 2-inch pipe, 2-inch pipe cap, and you can cut these any way you want. You could do, I have several different ones, but something like that. All that does is sit right on there, and this is like magic. It doesn't seem like it ought to work, but it will, trust me. Now, over this, we put one of these, like so. And as you can see, there is nothing holding that down. There are some setups I've seen where they're glued down or whatever, but normally they do not, and I do not. So around this now, of course, we would pour the expanded clay. In fact, let me just stop 1 second and tell you a little something about expanded clay while I'm here. Here's a handful of it, because I have some new stuff. Something you should know about this stuff, it's wonderful to work in. I love it more than anything else in the world, but when you get it, it floats. And it will float for a long time. And you'll go up and down and up and down, and you wait to what seems like a reasonable length of time. And then if you wait twice that long, and then a couple weeks after that, when you've given up and you're just about to throw it away, it will finally decide to sink. And then you can use it. So don't write to the manufacturer and say your stuff floats, because it all does that. So anyhow, we're to the point where we're going to do the tip of the day. This is a cap that's designed to fit on this 4-inch pipe. But if you turn it upside down and you fill it with gravel, like this, it's exactly right to set on that pipe and hold it down to keep that pipe from coming up and everything around. I've seen with bricks and all different kinds of things, but this is by far the coolest setup that I've seen. You could fill it with lead too, I suppose it would work better. But anyhow, that's the tip of the day. If you need a cover for your Bell Siphon cover, which you do, use that. It'll just disappear into the gravel. So that's about it. I'll see you next week.